welcome to Soulfully Guided. I'm your host, Carmel-Anne. So today I thought we'll go into a reading early on, but I'll spend about 4 or 5 minutes talking about something that's really important to me. Now, excuse my arms going everywhere. I'm Italian. I can't help it. They're going to fly around. So the more passion I feel, the more they go. So excuse that. Now, I wanted to talk today about protection. I think it's really important, especially with where we've been locked down, sticking to ourselves, stuck at home. And now we're in the space that we're starting to venture out. Life is getting back to more normality or a new form of normality. So, look, I think protection is not just for people that work in the spiritual field. I think, we protect our belongings in our home, we protect our homes. What about our temple, our bodies, and ourselves? So there's too many methods to protect yourself to talk about in this small time. So look, if I will say as clear as I can though, if you're feeling vulnerable, you're sensitive, or you're feeling off, like something's not right with your personality, you're feeling things that aren't usually part of you, whether it's jealousy, anger, challenging feelings, it's a great idea to protect yourself. Look, you can ask for help from Archangel Michael, who's the protector, and I love Pinterest. You can look up some prayers there or some, things to say just really quickly for some protection before you go out, when you start your day, or, if you're feeling uncomfortable and that suddenly come on. So Pinterest is great for that. I'll also be putting a post on this week to follow up with this segment about protection and protecting ourselves. You'll find that on Facebook, Soulfully Guided, Carmel-Anne, and Instagram. So look, when we are protecting ourselves, I think it's really important before we put ourselves in a safe bubble, we have to ground ourselves, and we also have to clear everything that's not ours out. So we don't want to protect ourselves and keep all these icky feelings inside of us that aren't ours. So look, when we clear our energy, I set an intention that I want to remove everything that doesn't belong to me and send it back with love. And, to gain back what's yours, I like to clear it, either if it's something simple in the shower, like washing yourself with a body soap and thinking everything's, that doesn't belong to you is being released, or everything that no longer serves you, going down that drain. So once again, before protecting ourselves, I think it's really important to get that cleansing, but first we actually have to ground ourselves. So there is no rules on how to ground yourself. It's different for everyone. Hey, if you love heavy metal and that relaxes you and balances you, go for it. If you love sitting under a tree, go for it. So I've got a caller in, so I'll just bear with me. I didn't catch your name there, sorry. Magda, great. Thank you, Magda. Bear with me. So look, with protection, I imagine myself in a sphere of like a diamante or a platinum sphere, and then some angels surrounding me. So I like to think of my protection sphere as a bubble or a mirror. So anything that comes to me that I don't like will radiate back to that person. So before I get into a reading with Magda, I'd also like to say, going from that space of grounding yourself, clearing your energy, and protecting yourself, next week we'll go on to about how to raise your vibration. So once you're in this great spot, how to keep it. So yeah, tune in next week to hear more about how to raise your vibration. Now, hello, Magda. Thanks for tuning in today.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you? I'm
nervous. So, is there anything you wanted to know about today, Magda?
Yeah. My dad passed away in my mom's arms, and my mom and my sister has been ignoring me, but and they say that they have been I've been on drugs, and the thing is that I felt like my father's been around me, but my mom has been saying that she's buying me a house, but I don't know what's going on with her. I just want to know what's my future.
So what's your
Right.
future? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry that you're going through this difficult time. Look, I always believe with readings about the future, I like to look at the present, but you've said a little bit about that. But I like to think of how we make the things we do today, these little ripple effects can really change our future. So I'm happy to look into, a few cards about the present, which I've already touched on, but then looking into that future and how to make it better for you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so thing with Magda. Okay. Okay. Now, can I get a future reading for Magda? Okay. Okay. Could have an outcome card. All right. So Magda, we finish off with a really nice card, which is basically the universe has your back. Okay. I'm not seeing any masculine energy here to reflect your father, but what I'm seeing is the present moment is really about finding your happy home. Look, it's a little bit different to what you've said has been going on in the present. So it's basically focusing on your passion and finding what means home to you, not just your physical home, but what's in your heart and what would make you happy, how your home is run, how it's structured, and what does a home mean to you? Finding those values and that expectations of what you've got at a home and making it happy. There is some reuniting, like a celebration of some sort. So whether that's connecting better with, your mum, who's probably also grieving, which would have been a very challenging thing to have your soulmate pass away in your arms. Also, hoping that there's a way to rekindle and to feel like you're connected with your mum and your sister. So when we look into the future, I really want you to ground yourself and connect with yourself. Be realistic with your funds and don't splurge too much, but understand the financial value of what you're wanting, whether it's this home. You said your mum had offered.
Yeah, she has offered me, but it's like me and my husband been fighting, and she don't trust him, and
Yeah,
I'm thinking that she's cheating on me. I don't know.
I don't have any difficult or really challenging cards, but what I'm getting is, will you be disconnected with these values we're asking you to tune into to make your happy home? So focus on you and what your home means to you right now. What there is whether it's an empty promise or it's exhausting emotionally for you to take this up, the biggest part of this is making your decision and making that choice. So whether it's a yes or a no, I feel it sounds great having someone do that for you, but there's a level of like disconnection and, it's like it sounds great, but then it makes you feel less yourself in a way, like you've got less control. So
Yes.
see if there's any other ways that you can get assistance, especially emotionally, for what you're missing out on with that connection with your mum and your sister. Focus on your home and what makes you happy. Be careful, just think and stop and think. And I'm not asking you to shut off, but armor up a little bit. Be mindful, be sort of aware and alert, and rather than looking at what you don't have, try and focus on who's there to really help you and make you feel emotionally fulfilled where you're lacking. So I think don't jump into a decision, because you don't want to make the wrong decision, but you don't want to make the decision just for money or just for the wrong reasons that are going to make you feel worse off in the long run, or more disconnected with yourself. So
right.
What we finish up is with the pardon.
It's not about the money. It's about, because what I've been through when a teenager doing drugs, and it's like they just push me on a side. And
Okay.
I've been like on my own, and they act like they are there for me, but they're not. Since my dad died. And it's like they tell people, friends, lies.
So,
And they don't tell me the truth, you know? And it's like, you know, when I tell her what I heard, and it's like I feel like my mom let me go a long time ago. Like I looked at her like a long time ago.
so you are not who you were yesterday, and look, substance use and challenging times. Sorry, we're going to finish up, but I don't want you to be measured. If other people measure you by your mistakes or who you were, I don't want you to do that. The universe has your back here. So if you see this card, it's the star, if you want to look that up, but I want you to know, have your own back, because you're not going to let yourself down. You've been through a lot, and you're a survivor. You survived things that lots of people can't. So don't judge yourself like others will, and be really proud of yourself, and be cautious of what you say yes to, because of that feeling. There's no challenging card, like really hard negative cards here, but there is the feeling of being let down. So I don't want you to let yourself down where others do, and, you know, be a survivor of your story, even if others don't see you in your new light. Okay?
Okay.
You've got to be really proud of yourself, and just be conscious of the decisions you make.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's been lovely to meet you, Magda. I wish you all the best in every aspect of your life. And that is our show over. So next week we'll be talking about raising our vibration, and I wish you all the best.